Okay. Ankush, you wanted to respond?
That's
Please
the
go ahead.
Yeah, I want to go ahead. Did Narendra Modi ever have the emergency declared? Did Narendra Modi ever sacked any government, whether it's government in any states or it's anti-Modi or means opposition government? Did Narendra Modi ever use, I don't want to use the words which Congress have used against Modi and its leaders, even when he's in the seat of Prime Minister? Did Narendra Modi ever shake hand with the enemies like Congress has done with the China and the it's an if I want to unearth the history, it will take
Ankush,
hours, right?
Ankush, we're talking about how Rahul Gandhi's visit impacts the United States diaspora. And, just to give him
Yeah,
that benefit of
that's
doubt,
what I want to
perhaps
tell
Rahul
you
Gandhi's
here.
politics can be different from his predecessors, right?
No, it's not the different.
Let's
It's the
let's
same.
just
It's the
let's
same
just take a
wine
look
in a.
at it from a
Mhm.
fresh perspective.
Ma'am, it's the same wine and it's a different bottle. Earlier, the same policies were being played by her grandfather, grandmother, or great grandfather, I will say, and grandmother and father. The same is over there. He said that we are sitting 10,000 miles and we don't know, we want to write for minorities. We want minorities to have. America is a democracy. So you don't teach us the Constitution of America. First of all, Mr. Jha. Number second,
Okay.
which one second, ma'am, give me 30 seconds. Which minorities you said in India are, which is already the same population as America? Stop playing this stupid and don't think that we are imbecile here. Okay? World is one. The social media tells us what's going on. So all your these crappy ask and
Okay, you've made
crappy
your point,
answers
Ankush.
is
Let
not going
Sanjay
to
Jha
give us
respond to
anything.
you.
I can tell you the gentleman
Please
is
go ahead,
clearly
Sanjay Jha.
very disturbed. You see, truth hurts. And I can tell you that
Truth
from the
doesn't
way he's
hurt. Life
rambled
hurts
on,
because
he's
lies
making,
travel half the world
uh,
when the truth
I
is
don't,
putting on the
in,
shoes. And
I
people
will
Ankush,
like
not
you've made
you
your
indulge in a
point.
tell
slugfest
lies
with this
so
Ankush,
much
you've
man.
made
that
your
it
point. Please
embarrasses
let
us
Mr.
here in
Jha.
America. People
Well,
like
did you
you
Ankush,
tell
realize?
Ankush,
so much
let's
lies
let's have a
embarrass us here in
dignified, healthy
America.
conversation here. This is not a show where you yell and shout. Please, let's have a constructive discussion here. Sanjay Jha, please respond.
Sure. I think the gentleman has lived far too away from India to know that we have been having for the last 11 years an undeclared, unofficial emergency in this country. You
Oh,
will not
wow.
know because the right wing conspiracy theorists live in a world of their own hallucinations, and God bless you. Feel happy, stay there. I have no interest in lecturing you on American Constitution, bro. Please do not lecture me on my Indian Constitution. I live in my country. I'm not like you gentlemen sitting in the soils of America.
Okay.
Don't lecture me how we should live in a country, okay?
And you don't lecture us.
And so let me tell
Ma'am,
you
he
this.
has to put his tone down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Please get this very
You don't
clear.
dare to lecture us how we have to live and how
Okay,
we
you,
have
you
to
both
say.
of you have made your point. Let me go across to Vibhuti Jha now. Vibhuti Jha, the BJP and the critics of Rahul Gandhi here are saying that because Rahul Gandhi said that the fear of Prime Minister Modi has gone after the Lok Sabha elections here, it is equated by critics of Rahul Gandhi and the BJP to insulting India on foreign soil. How does the Indian diaspora see leader of opposition coming to America and criticizing the government? Because that's the job of the leader of the opposition, right? To talk about what the current regime is lacking in.
I would sincerely urge you to go back into the history of democratic countries, visiting other democratic countries. I have not known of any leader of opposition from any democracy going to India and criticizing his country back home. This is something remarkable, Rahul peculiarity. And I'm disappointed with my brother Sanjay Jha there that he is casting aspersions on us living abroad. And he ought to know this, very simply put, that I didn't come to America on my own. I was brought here by American Express to bring India's liberalization story here. So, and you could see this. He was clearly, indulging in the classic Congress leftist Marxist agenda of doing personal attacks. We are not talking about policy here. I'm disappointed with my otherwise erudite brother to indulge in direct personal attacks. Now, that point is very important. Did Rahul Gandhi talk about any single matter referring to Bangladesh, genocide of Hindus there? None. He didn't even talk about that. He talked about that nobody fears Modi. Every Indian religion has a hand as a symbol of, standing for integrity. Does it mean that Islam is not a religion of India? Think about it from these perspectives, the things that he said. And this is what we are talking about. We are not talking about right wing or left wing. Right wing has as much liberty to speak up for itself as the left wing has to indulge in their crony behavior.
I need 30
people
seconds,
who
please.
have been thrown out of their own party.
Sanjay Jha.
I have got other information as well.
Sanjay Jha, respond to it. Also, before you respond, Sanjay Jha, Yeah, Sanjay Jha, just before you answer, I also want to ask you, why is it that when the issue of national prestige is involved, why do you have to make such statements? Why can't you just talk about what your perspectives are, what policy changes you want to bring in? Why do you have to criticize the Prime Minister and the BJP and the government of India on foreign soil?
Well, two short responses. Number one, I think it's the most foolish and preposterous allegation that the right wing and the BJP makes, that Rahul Gandhi is being critical of Modi abroad. For God's sake, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the age of social media. And what Mr. Biden or Kamala Harris or Donald Trump says in New York today is known to you at the same time as it is known to me. There's nothing new that Rahul Gandhi has said in Texas. It is known all over the world what Rahul Gandhi and, by the way, the people of India feel about Mr. Modi's government. And I felt it very rich to hear Mr. Vibhuti Jha give me a lecture on democracy. We may be brothers, we have different political ideologies, and I don't want to even beat about the bush on that point. But Mr. Vibhuti Jha represents the Republican Party of Donald Trump, which, by the way, the president at that point, Mr. Trump himself, forced an insurrection against his own government. The Donald Trump and the Republicans don't have a right to comment on democracy. They're a joke. In fact, for a president who was indicted and who has 34 or 40 felony charges, it's rather rich to give others a lecture on democratic principles. The truth here is very simple, that Mr. Modi, let's get back to Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi is actually now understanding Gandhi, that unfortunately for Mr. Modi, the times are now looking rather bleak and dark, which is why Rahul Gandhi said nobody is scared of him anymore. The Supreme Court has begun to call out this government on bail and the washing machine, entire model of threatening the opposition. And I think the people of India have begun to assert themselves. They're asking questions. They're not scared anymore.
Mr. Jha. All right. I have paucity of time. I'll have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much to you, Mr. Sanjay Jha, Mr. Vibhuti Jha, and Mr. Ankush Bhandari for joining us, gentlemen, on Mirror Now and sharing your perspectives. Of course, at Mirror Now, we will keep getting you the latest from Rahul Gandhi's visit and other international updates.